Hey everyone, I thought you'd like to see some behind the scenes from my trip to Exmoor last week, the sketching, the plein air studies, and how I'm going to be using these alongside my photo references back in the studio to work on this upcoming commission that I have, but also hopefully to create some more work of Exmoor because I feel I've only dabbled in painting it. Also, I am beginning to create a free mini course specifically on how to paint from photo references and how not to be stuck to them with a ball and chain, which is what I see so many people getting stuck with. So I'll share more about that later. So last week I really wanted to challenge myself and also use my brand new easel, which will let me paint outside and travel with my paints. It all fits neatly in a rucksack and I no longer have to carry everything but the kitchen sink. Um, but there are challenges with painting outside, like the weather, for instance. You can see here, one minute you can see the landscape, the next minute you can't, the next minute it's boiling hot sunshine. But amidst all the challenges, there's something really wonderful and it slows you down in your painting. I found I can absorb uh, the colours more and how they change with the light. You may have caught yourself saying at some point, oh, the photograph doesn't do it justice. And it's the same for us as artists. Spending time with the source and really looking for a period of time, you're going to absorb more of the information, which as an artist, I can pour out back in the studio and use my photos alongside that. Some artists, I would say, would consider themselves purists and they never use photographs, but I like to use my photographs, as I'll show you later. I can spend more time designing and really pushing the limits of what painting can do, and I really enjoy that process, but I'll talk more about that later. I also spent some time sketching, and this is a view really close to where we stayed. And it's a challenge because it's a lot of green. I don't tend to paint with a lot of green, and it's just really complicated. It's something that I teach my students on my Dream to Paint course and my mentoring students is to learn to simplify. We don't have to put everything we see and it's the same with photographs. You don't have to copy the photograph. We can change and adapt. So I spent a couple of days with this view just trying to simplify it in my sketches, and I was really drawn to this fence, or there was some pylons as well, which just gave a hint of distance. And I did come back with my easel and paint this scene. Although I wasn't 100% happy, the colour information was really helpful for this painting that I brought back into the studio. So the beauty of being in the studio is you have time, you can draw on your plein air studies, you can look at your sketches and your photo references and begin to pull the best of those things, the colours, the movement, the mark making, and pour it into a painting. Whilst you're sat down with a cup of tea, you can walk away, you can have a break, you can look at it up close. You've got a whole range of brushes, it's more comfortable. So all of it kind of works together to begin to create interesting and dynamic painting. So here I'm really drawn to abstractifying certain areas of a painting. I'm looking to take my work down an abstract representational kind of combined route, particularly as I'm exploring marbled surfaces. So that's a common theme for me at the moment. But I realised that in my plein air study for this painting, which you saw a moment ago, is my favourite part, which was the fence, ended up getting crammed right down the bottom because I ended up becoming really focused on my colour mixing and getting those gorgeous blues in the distance, which I used in this painting. But I really wanted to have a piece that was focused on that fence, so this is what I'm doing here. So I hope that quick overview of how I use my outside sketches and study paintings alongside my photo references in the studio and how they help me to create paintings that excite me, that spark my curiosity, that begin to express a piece of me in them, rather than just creating a copy of a photograph. So this leads me to my free mini course that I'll be offering really soon. I've noticed in my time teaching that students struggle to leave their photographs behind, and I hear quite frequently how much they desire to create paintings with an emotion or something that's unique to them. So I've created this free mini course to begin to unpack some simple steps and things to think about when you're painting from a photograph. Many artists do. And two reasons really why I'm making this course. One is I have a big heart for beginner artists or people that only just believe that there is a spark of creativity in them. I believe all people are creative in one form or another. And offering something for free is a low barrier to entry. So, what can go wrong? But also, I'll be offering my signature course, Dream to Paint. It's an oil painting course, although you could use acrylics on it too. And that's coming up in September. So, if you're interested in joining me on that course in September, it's an 8-week self-paced course, but also has weekly live group calls as well, where we can discuss your progress, because I know you're going to have questions as you go through it. The free mini course is an opportunity for you to get to know me and see my teaching style and see if you would like to join in September. So thanks for listening, and I will be in touch soon.